All right, so this is just going to be a short YouTube video on monthly tasks to do in Granblue, things you should do on the 1st of every month. So let's get started straight away. First up, co-op missions. Click the menu button top right, go to co-op, and open any co-op mission. It doesn't really matter which one. And we're just using this to get to this particular menu here, which is the items. And then from here, you click treasure. So the main important things in this shop is the recovery items. This is a pretty good source of pots. You can buy berries here too. I personally don't, but I normally buy the pots. Now, you can see that you can trade a bunch of different mats. Some of these are really hard to get, or they're useful to do other things with. So double check with the wiki on the particular mat that you do. But generally for me, if I know it's a mat that I don't personally need and I have a lot of it, then I just trade it. There's also the Xeno pots here. These are very safe to buy. You can farm these. You can just get them by doing the showdowns. So generally what I do is I just go to the last page that I can start trading, and then I just trade like these are Xeno mats. So I get all of these, and this is just 3 pots every month. And as someone who plays the game a lot, this is very useful for me. And it's something that helps keep my pots from running out. So let's just buy all of these. So yeah, these are Xenomats. I don't really care about them once again. And if I can't buy them, I just don't as well. It's not something I go out and farm to get. Hello, Blue. How's it going? So let's buy all of these. Continuing on, we have these. And you can see that this is just a lot of pots at the moment. You can actually get to this menu through the treasure trade menu, but it's all in one place here, so that's why I like to go to co-op. Now, again, some of these, they might be useful somewhere else, so double check with the wiki, but something like this I know is not really used, so, and I have a lot of them, so I just trade them. Let's keep trading these ones. Looks like I missed some Xeno. Yeah, the shop pages work a little bit weird because once you buy out the thing, it disappears, and then it cascades the pages, so I sometimes have to go back and check that it didn't, that I didn't miss something. All right, and then these ones, I'm not too sure about, so I'm just gonna leave. Generally, I only trade these when they're above 5,000. Just watch out for this mat here in particular. I know about this one. This is called Sand Brick, and you use this for bullets. So if you ever want to farm bullets, don't trade these ones. Some of these other ones are useful in like Tormentor mats, so keep that in mind too. All right, so we're done here. Co-op is done. We close that room. Next, we go to Casino. So on the homepage, I have Casino, so we go here. And then we go to Casino Cage. Here, there's a bunch of different things. You can buy skins, but for me, the main things I buy here is the pots and berries. So this is 100 pots here. Buy all of these. And then we also buy soul berries. 200 berries. There we go. If you need some other stuff here, Casino is very easy to farm. You can just get most of the stuff here if you really want. So there's that. Next, Flawed Prisms. This one's really important. I would do this every month. If you do anything here, probably do this. So you go to Prisms, and the particular trade that you want, and this is really important, it's very easy to get confused because they all look so similar. You want the big one being converted into the medium one. This is the one you want. You want the 5 Flawed Prisms trade. Don't get confused with this one up here. You don't want Flawless Prism, you want this one here. And the reason you want this is because you need a lot of these to get your Eternals uncapped. This is really important. Doing this as early as you can every month will just save you a lot of farming in the long run. So, and you don't need as many of these big ones, the Flawless Prisms, compared to the medium one, which is a bit contradictory, but it's the way it is. So, do this, click trade 480, and that's how much you get to do per month. Now, you can also do the little one into the medium one. there are some places where the little one is used and it drops in raids that you don't normally farm as well. If you are in a dire need for Flawed Prisms, you can do this one, but double check with the wiki whether you need the prism chip for anything. I'm just leaving it because I actually don't need the Flawed Prisms anymore, but I just sort of do this out of habit. All right, next up, let's go to the shop again. We go to Pendants this time. So in the Renowned Pendants, always make sure every month that you buy the moons. All 3 moons, this is very important. Gold moon, silver moon, bronze moon. Every month, make sure you buy those with your Renowned Pendants. Other than that, the shop doesn't have too many good things, at least the Renowned Pendants. Use it for whatever you want. If there's weapons or anima that you need, you can get that. There is also the silver shards. This is, again, useful for Eternals. So you can start buying these. You get 20 of each per month. You won't be able to buy everything, as far as I know, I think, unless there's an external source of pendants. But yeah, you can use this to help farm your Eternals too. So I would consider this if you want to save some farming. The other thing here that if you're newer, the creeds will help you unlock classes. I don't recommend ever farming these, but this is less of a monthly task and more just general advice. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, there are also rusted weapons here, which are monthly restock. Something you can consider if you don't want to farm them. All right, prestige pendants. And then this one, I personally buy the Awakening Orbs, mostly because they're not... There's no way to farm them, and you only get them from things like here or boxes and things like that. I've got a decent stockpile, but I'm always worried that I'll run out when I really need one, so I just buy these. You don't need to if you don't want to. And then, other than that, I think that's about it for the Renowned Pendants. You can buy distinctions for your classes, but this isn't monthly, just general advice. All right, let's move on. Next up, we got rings and earrings, so let's go to shop again. Go to treasure trade this time, we go to power up. And in the power up section, we want to go to mastery bonus items. So click this top thing, mastery bonus. You can see here that we get monthly lineage rings and monthly intricacy rings. I buy these out. There's no reason not to. I don't really care about the small grey rings. I really only these days care about the red rings. I only use the black rings if I'm desperate. I've run out of red rings. These mats are from bar raids, and I farm bar raids fairly frequently, so they're no problem for me to get. So yeah, I personally value the red rings a lot. You get a couple here per month, so that's what I do. All right, so there's that. Now these ones, you can buy extra earrings with these dragon anima. This is something I used to do in the past. It is something I no longer do, and it's because these mats were used somewhere that I forgot off the top of my head. It was either alchemy or some sort of uncap or something. But basically, I used to use these here to buy these, but now I no longer do. But if you really want earrings, you get 3 per month here. It's Eternals. Okay, yeah. So it's like Eternals, and I think alchemy was the other thing I was thinking of. Yeah. So you can buy those monthly here. All right, next. Menu, shop. There's a lot of things in the shop. Daily points. These points, like they're called, you get every day, right? There's no way to get extra. So, this shop is pretty much buy whatever you need. There are some M2 weapons here. I would recommend farming these. For the most part, I don't think it's worth buying a weapon unless you're really in a rush. The event weapons you can consider, but again, I don't think it's worth it for the most part. What you can get here, however, are skins. These aren't monthly. I've personally bought the skins that I personally care about. So the only thing really left here for me are pots and berries. I buy the pots. I don't buy the berries here because I only get enough points to buy the pots out, mathematically speaking. So I buy the pots. I value pots a lot more. So there's that. If you join a lot more raids, maybe buy the berries instead. So that's daily points. Next up, Skyleap. So Skyleap is found here in the other trades menu, and we go to Skyleap point shop. You get these points by playing on the Skyleap mobile app. And every day when you play on Skyleap, you get some points, and you can use those points to buy something. Now this shop here, some of these items restock monthly. In fact, most of them do. There's a few ones that don't, but anyways, what I buy here is the surprise, pots and berries. So I buy those, and I buy the berries. Cool. This isn't monthly, this is general advice. If you haven't finished your classes or your Eternals, buying CP and sometimes rupees can be helpful. There's a couple other things in the shop that's really useful, like if you're earlier on, quartz is really good. So that's something else you can consider. In general, playing on Skyleap and just doing like your Magna or Omega skips is really good. Just because you get these points and it's very efficient. It's something you would do anyways and you just get free points for doing it. Check the wiki page for Skyleap if you want specifics on what you can buy and how to install and things like that, you know. All right, and then finally, last thing, shop, menu shop, and then we go to FP. So if you don't know, FP is a system where it's basically a point system that you accumulate points by joining raids that have this yellow EP border. So these top two here, not this one, that's a crew raid, and not these ones because they don't have that yellow border. But these ones here, if you join this and you do a certain amount of honors, you get a maximum of 110 FP. I think it stands for friendly points or something. But basically, it's for helping out raids that are sort of stuck. And from that shop, you can buy every 2 months the Sunlight Stone Shard. Buy that. Make sure you buy that. This is good, so buy this. And then the other thing I tend to buy is I buy these SSR tickets, SISSR tickets. These don't count towards your Spark. They're a separate thing, so you'll see that they're in the tickets and other section. They go here. But they do draw from the current banner. So it's nice to just gamba on the banner if you really want, but you don't really want a Spark or anything. So I buy these, right? I buy these. You can buy some of these other things, but generally, I just go to the last page. Oh, second last page, I guess. And again, I buy pots. I buy pots, and I buy berries. The other stuff I can buy if I want, but I don't farm FP that much. It just happens naturally. You get 5,000 per week. So you actually have a lot of points to work with there. So you can buy a lot more stuff if you really wanted to, but that's what I buy. All right, and that's it. So if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and that's it for now. Thanks for watching.